cheese. Here we go. All right, why are we here today? We're here today to show you some really cool things that are on your S22i, your X22i, your X32i, whatever treadmill or incline trainer or studio cycle or bike, whatever it is that you have in your home, whatever NordicTrack machine you have in your home. It could be ProForm as well. But if it supports iFit, then it most likely will have these hidden features built in. I said I'd find 10 of them, so let's get right to it. Before I start, I would like to ask you all to hit the like button, subscribe if you like the content and you'd like to be notified of future videos. But definitely hit the like button and then hit the bell so you'll be notified. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. So once again, if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and mash it now. So the fifth thing that you didn't realize was on your machine is a way for you to report an issue directly to NordicTrack. What's great about this, and if you've been following my channel or my videos, you probably already know this, but it's a way for you to report an issue to NordicTrack, to iFit, to Icon Service, so that they have an official correspondence with a date and a time of when you reported the issue. That could be important. How do you get to that? You hit the hamburger menu, and there it is right there, report an issue. You may have known this. This is something that probably shouldn't even be in this video, but I thought it was important enough that you knew this existed, because I still get people asking me what's the best way to report an issue to NordicTrack. If you can call, great, but as many of you know, calling can take you hours. You can go on Facebook, there's several groups. If you go to NordicTrack online, if you go to their website, I believe there's several different chat features that you can go. But for me, the best way to contact them is using this, is using the actual report an issue. So once again, to summarize, you're hitting the hamburger menu up there, the 3 lines. You're clicking on report an issue, and then you type whatever issue you have, and then you click on the send button. This will automatically generate an email from NordicTrack or from iFit or maybe from Icon Service, I believe. And then you'll have a documented official correspondence stating that you reported an issue at a certain date and a certain time. And that was the 5th thing that you may not have known was on your machine. So the 6th thing that you didn't realize was on your system, it actually is the capability to install other apps. Again, a lot of you already know this, but just in case somebody's here for the first time, that's right. If you go into privileged mode, and we've already discussed that earlier in this video, let's swipe up. If you go into privileged mode, you have the capability of installing other applications like Netflix. And if you're not sure how to install Netflix, look up there. I'll provide a link on how to install Netflix. Once you install Netflix, you can use your entire screen as an entertainment system. You can go through all of these. There's a show that I've been meaning to watch. I think it's called Power or something. It's about you take a pill. And I won't show any of this because I don't want to get any copyright strikes against me. But essentially, you can actually watch Netflix while you're on your treadmill or while you're on your bike. In order for that to happen, what you would do, you would swipe up. From iFit, you would actually start a manual program. Go to manual start. Once the tread starts moving, you could end your warm-up. And then you could set this to whatever you need to set it to. Let me go ahead and step it to the side. And then as you can see, the belt is moving. Then you'd swipe up. Go to the Android desktop. And then you start Netflix. Okay? And then you would actually be able to watch something on Netflix while you were actually walking. You could make it go faster. Let's say you wanted to go 4 miles per hour. Here it goes. You can go up and down with the incline. You can use these buttons as well. All while you're watching Netflix. And once again, I'm not going to play this. And as you can see, it's still moving. Let's set this to 1 and back to 0. You can also install apps like Amazon Prime, all the while your treadmill is still moving. I haven't logged into Amazon Prime in a while, but Yep, you have Amazon Prime here as well. Let's just click watch now and see what happens. I don't even know what I just clicked on. Just want to make sure that it works. And here we go. And the quality is not bad at all. It's not a 4K, but it's not bad at all. Scroll back using the triangle button. And I'm going to count this as number 7 because number 6, yes, was installing all different apps. But number 7 is special. And you probably already know what it is. Yes, it's the Peloton app. You can actually install the Peloton app right here on your NordicTrack machine. If you look up there, I'll give you instructions on how to install the Peloton app. Let's say we want to do some running. And of course, you would have to have a trial membership, and then you can play around with it. Let's try a 20-minute trap run. Let's hit start. And you'll notice, because this is in a studio, the Peloton picture actually looks even better than some of the NordicTrack pictures. And as you can tell, it's still moving.
Runs are going to be like, they're like the light of my life, okay? They are just so chill with the music and the beat, but guess what's not chill?
Let's make it up to 2 miles an hour.
I've never been chill. You can ask my mom. So we're going to play some listening games. We got a rolling hill. We got a run on a
and you have Peloton. Now, you'll notice it doesn't give you everything. It doesn't give you cadence. But you know what's great? You can get closed captions. This is something NordicTrack and iFit could probably learn a little bit from Peloton. But as you can see, I'm on my NordicTrack X22i. And I have Peloton running. Okay. Let's hit stop.
But in case you need it, you do have 2 other options. Press that red stop button or pull on your safety key. Make sure you know which side is the clip and which side is the magnet. Quick look.
Okay, let's end this. So I think that was number 7, I believe, or 6. All right, so you're wondering, what else could be on this NordicTrack machine that I wasn't aware of? Well, let's ask the doctor, because the doctor probably knows several things that I'm not aware of. Let's get out of here. Let's go on to number 8 now. Number 8 is near and dear to my heart because someone had asked me about this, and the person that asked me about it had limited eyesight. Their vision was impaired, and they asked me, were there any accessibility options that were built in to the NordicTrack machines? And gladly, I was able to find something that could help this subscriber. So once again, we're going to go to the Android desktop, and we're going to go to settings, and within settings, it's called accessibility. You actually have accessibility options. This is number 8, accessibility options that will actually help you. For instance, you can have magnification gestures, which will allow you, let's go ahead and turn that on. When you have this turned on, you can triple tap the screen. It'll allow you to zoom in. You can actually pan and drag with your fingers. You could zoom in and zoom out, and all while you're in iFit, which is really cool. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And let's go back to iFit now. Let's actually try clicking on something and see what it looks like. Let's try clicking on this. And then I'll take it out of accessibility options so that you can see what the difference is in the picture. Let's see if the actual picture appears larger, or if, oh, whoa, I completely forgot I was on the treadmill. Okay, so this doesn't appear any larger. Let's see if I can actually manipulate the screen. It doesn't appear. Maybe I have to tap it 3 times. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes. And you can see that it's utilizing accessibility options because of the fact it has a border around it.
And you're back with me, Zach.
Let's see.
iFit trainers.
Whoa. This is awesome.
We are here in Peekaboo.
Whoa.
Follow me for some fun. We're going to get started with a nice.
This is cool. So could you imagine if you have impaired vision, you could actually manipulate the picture and make it much bigger so that you could see it. That's pretty cool. Let's go back into... Oops, can I get back into privilege mode? I might have to get 3 taps to get out of this. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. All right.
So we are going to hit a pace. We're progressively.
Let's go back into settings.
A little more aggressive.
And let's see what else
with our
accessibility options provides us. It looks like there's a larger text. Let's see what happens when I click on larger text.
In the slot canyons.
Oh, I can see there's a...
Keep moving nice.
The font is a little different. Let's take it off, and you can see. So it's smaller, and now it's larger. So that's really cool. That's another accessibility option I didn't realize. And there's several other ones here.
Nice warm up as
Just remember that these accessibility options are not for iFit. They may work with iFit, but they're actually for the Android environment. So I've tried this before. I've tried the captions. As you can see, captions are on. It doesn't mean that iFit's going to have captions. What it means is that it's an Android option that you just turned on. But because of the fact, let me stop walking. So you have to remember that these accessibility options relate to the Android desktop, not to iFit. The fact that they work with iFit is great, but a lot of them don't. Like captions won't get you captions on iFit. I've tried all this. And you can experiment with that if you'd like. But at the very least, you know that you can make the font bigger and you can actually set accessibility options on your iFit workout so that you could zoom in and out by just tapping 3 times. All right, that was number 8. Now on to number 9. Number 9, the 9th thing that you may not have been aware that your NordicTrack treadmill or bike could do. If you go back into the Android desktop, go into settings, did you know that your NordicTrack machine could speak to you? That's right, and it can speak to you in multiple languages. Let me show you what to do. From settings, you click on language and input. And then over here, you see where it says text to speech output? This is more like a novelty. I doubt you'll ever use this. And then over here, you can listen to an example.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
Okay, you want to change the language? Or maybe freak someone out? Come over here to language. Let's try Spanish. Let's go back and let's listen to an example.
Este es un ejemplo de síntesis de voz en español.
Not bad. Let's go back here. Let's try another language. Let's try Italian.
Questo è un esempio di sintesi vocale in italiano.
That's not bad either. I actually speak a little Italian. It's very similar to Spanish. So we had Spanish, Italian. Let's go to German. Let's go back.
Dies ist ein Beispiel für Sprachsynthese in Deutsch.
It sounds like it's German. Let's go back here. What else do we have? We might as well just play them all. We already did French, didn't we? Oh, no, I don't think we did French. Let's try French.
Voici un échantillon de synthèse vocale en français.
Alrighty. So now, you know this is more like a novelty. Whether you use it or not, maybe you can freak out your husband or your wife or someone that wasn't aware. You can have a bet with them. You could say, hey, I bet you I can make the NordicTrack speak a different language. And they'll be like, huh? Yeah, that's probably what they'll say. All right, well, let's put this back to the... You know what? Let's try the United Kingdom.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
It's actually very good. And I understood that, believe it or not. That was me with a dry joke. Let's go ahead and bring this back to English. I believe you can just use system language. And then system language, I believe, it'll just use English. Let's try.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
Okay. So that was the 9th thing. And number 10. Number 10 is extremely special. I saved it for last. Normally, I would have done the Julia Roberts trailer for number 10. But I wanted to give you that up front. Number 10, you will never believe what number 10 is. But before I show you what number 10 is, if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Because like I've said before, it helps the YouTube algorithm and it helps me with my channel. So smash that like button if you haven't done it, and then come back and I will hit pause, or we'll do whatever you want, and then I will show you what number 10 is. Number 10 is a doozy. Here goes. The 10th thing that you did not realize was on your NordicTrack incline trainer or studio cycle or whatever exercise bike you have. Number 10 is, you've waited this long for number 10. You went ahead and mashed the like button. So here's number 10. Let's go back to our Android desktop. Let's go to settings. And number 10 actually is something that you may not have realized existed. But if you look up there, there's a magnifying glass. There's a search option there. If you remember, this is an Android desktop. So there are a lot of features that NordicTrack just didn't include here. There are a multitude of options that you can manipulate. Some of them work, some of them don't. But if you want to know what they are, you click on that search icon and then you just type anything. Let's go ahead and start with the letter A. If you type the letter A, it'll show you every single option that you have that starts with the letter A. And some of these might actually help you. I mean, you can look through these. I mean, it's quite extensive. If you go back and say letter B, then it shows you all of the options that have a letter B in it. So obviously, as you can tell, it doesn't limit it just to the first letter. If it has a B in it, then it works. I'm not really sure what happened there. Let's go back. Letter C. And once again, you just keep doing this over and over again, and you might be able to find something that could help you. And if you do, make sure you comment down below, because there are a lot of options here that I have yet to try. I mean, you can look. They have things here installed from an SD card. Obviously, the SD card is inside this console. A credential storage, set up locks. Just be very careful. Factory data reset, color correction. This has just basically every single option that is on this Android environment. Let's try one more letter. Let's try the letter D. And once again, so you can play around with this at your own leisure. And I just caution you, don't do anything that could really harm or mess up your Android interface and could cause issues with the iFit. Again, that is why NordicTrack says that if you go into privilege mode and you go in there without the explicit instruction of a NordicTrack rep, then you would be voiding your warranty. So just please promise me you'll be careful. Alrighty then. So that's 10 things, 10, that you didn't realize were on your machine. And to summarize, the 10 things that you did not know were on your NordicTrack treadmill or bike. Coming in at number 1, privileged mode, the ability to access the administrative desktop. Number 2, a camera so you can take your picture. Number 3, a Julia Roberts trailer. Number 4, an Android Flappy Bird game. Number 5, you can report an issue. Number 6, installing apps. Number 7, the Peloton app. Number 8, accessibility options. Number 9, yes, your treadmill or bike can speak to you. And number 10, search options from A through Z. I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Smash that like button, as a matter of fact. And subscribe and comment down below. If you'd like to see more videos like this, let me know, please. You all take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.